Hi, Gemini. So let's do a 4-layered spread to try to capture as much of your energy as we can. I have 2 tarot decks and 2 oracle decks that we're going to use for each of the layers to try to capture your energy. So we're starting with the Emperor, High Priestess, the Devil, 3 of Cups, 2 of Wands, Knight of Swords, the Chariot, 8 of Wands, Knight of Cups, 5 of Cups. Underneath this deck is the Queen of Cups. It already looks to me, Gemini, like this is going to be a love reading, so prepare for that. So we're going to get 6 of these. We have the Clouds, the House, the Woman, the Ring, the Fish, the Bouquet. Underneath this deck is the Sun. Then we'll get 6 of these Alice cards. Clock Time, You Can't Go Back to Yesterday, A Moment's Regret, I Want to Be a Queen, Curiouser and Curiouser, Set Your Course. Under this deck is Shine Bright Like a Candle. And then we'll get 2 more tarot cards, and then we're going to really get into this. So there's the 5 of Cups and the Queen of Pentacles. Under this deck is the Hierophant. So this feels like a lot has happened in this relationship. It feels like there are certainly regrets. However, there is a lot of love, a lot of optimism. There is a feeling that you can get through this, and a feeling like there is a strong bond between the 2 of you. So let's get into this. So the energy that exists between the 2 of you, the 8 of Wands, the Fish, Curiouser and Curiouser, and Queen of Pentacles. So this is a lot of movement, a lot of hope, a lot of abundant feelings, a strong bond, a nurturing bond. But yet I can't help but think, especially with this Curiouser card, that there is still just a weirdness about your relationship, that you feel like you're cursed in a sense, but yet you also feel like this is your person. I don't know how to explain that, because there's such a strong bond, but like you feel that it's just so weird and hard to explain is what I have. So let's look at your person's feelings. In your person's feelings, we have the Knight of Swords and the Ring. So this is very clear that they want to commit to you. They want to communicate with you. They would like to speak to you. They would like to tell you the truth about things. I think that they feel that you are their person. And I was getting that with these 2 queens, the Queen of Cups, the Queen of Pentacles. And even with this Hierophant, I do feel there's like a strong, strong bond. And the ring in the Lenormand system can mean that, a very strong, unbreakable bond. So, but for some reason, again, I feel like there's a need for healing, because this Alice card keeps drawing me over here that says you will make it through this. So you're going through something together. And I can tell that it's together because the 5 of Cups is the energy in between you. So your person's actions towards you are the Chariot and I Want to Be a Queen. So this to me feels like your person is passing some kind of a spiritual test. There's some kind of a spiritual lesson that is going on with your person, and it feels like they are killing it. It feels like they see the thread of truth. They see the discipline that's needed. They see whatever the past disappointments are. I feel like they're leveling up, that they're passing some kind of a test. And they're headed straight towards you with a strong commitment because it's almost this feeling of an awakening. So in your feelings, there's that 5 of Cups again and the bouquet. So you have been strongly disappointed by this person. Perhaps you even regret even being in a relationship with this person. However, with this bouquet card, again, there's this feeling that you can't get away from them. There's a weirdness about this where you feel bonded to them, like that you feel almost like this is a curse. I want to keep saying that word curse. But I also think with this bouquet card that you sense that there is an opportunity for growth and renewal. You could change your mind in this situation where you might be feeling like, I don't know why I ever got involved in this person in the first place. My life has been turned upside down since I met them, but I can't seem to break myself free of them either. It feels like this bouquet card, you might be changing your mind about that. So the actions that you're going to take is another Knight, but it's the Knight of Cups, and set your course. So you're headed towards this person too. I think you want this person. I think you know what you want. I think you understand that you're headed in the right direction. Probably Gemini, because you are a highly spiritual person, that you sense the spiritual connection in this relationship, and that's why it feels so weird and why you feel like you can't break free from them, even though it's very disappointing. You keep coming towards them with love. You keep heading straight towards them, and they keep heading straight towards you. The difference, though, I think, is that your person has had some kind of an awakening and is headed towards you in a different way than perhaps they did in the past. Whatever it was that disappointed you, it feels like it's changing. However, what I don't like about this, Gemini, is that in your person's intentions, we have the Emperor and the Clouds. This tells me that your person probably has a lot of control issues. Maybe they like to keep information to themselves. Maybe they only tell you half truths or half the story or half of where they were, half of what they were doing. The Clouds can be about deliberate confusion. The Emperor can be about control. So this gives me a kind of a corrupt feeling in their intentions. So what this really tells me is that your person is probably beginning to wake up to this energy, is beginning to see the truth in the situation. But I don't think they've had that final aha moment yet, because it still feels to me like they're trying to get you back. They're trying to come towards you. And also with this I want to be queen, this could be a very controlling issue too. So I feel like they're coming towards you, but in a way where they still control the information, that they're not going to be completely transparent with you. It feels like they've learned some things and they want to commit to you, but the way they go about getting you back does not feel genuine, does not feel authentic. And so that's my clue that they haven't fully awakened if their ego is still trying to control the situation and not allowing this situation to just flow by itself. So it could be a problem in the sense that your person doesn't feel like they're quite ready for you yet. So in your intentions, you have the Two of Wands and the Woman card. So it's entirely possible, Gemini, that you already have started talking to a different person. Or if there isn't a specific person that you have been talking to, the Two of Wands is telling me that you could have a change of plans at any moment. That you could decide, if you were to meet someone, let's say tomorrow, that you would probably go in that direction. If there's enough chemistry, if there's enough attraction, if there's enough spark between you and another person, I feel like you would change direction, that you would change course. Probably because of what I'm getting from the cards, that you sense that your person is just not ready. They may want to commit to you. They definitely want to come towards you, but the way they're doing it is still not right. It's this try again type of energy. They see you as the High Priestess and clock time. So this feels to me like they know they're under pressure. The clock time gives me this impression that they know that they are running out of time when it comes to you. And I believe they are right. I think they're reading the room correctly, Gemini, because I see you saying, yeah, if I meet someone else, I'm out of here. So I think they can feel that pressure. And they also see you as the high priestess. So they see you as someone who is incredibly intuitive. It's this idea that you can see right through them, that even when they come to you with these clouds and their controlling behaviors, you see right through their BS. You see right through these clouds, and they know that about you. And I do get to sense that they're panicking a little bit, which I think is why they're coming straight towards you with this chariot, even though they're not ready. They don't want to lose you, but they're doing it. They're holding on to you in the wrong ways by feeling like if they control the information, that they can control the whole situation. But really, that's backfiring on them. And I can see that about you over here. So you see them as the Three of Cups and a moment's regret. And this is what I was talking about, that it feels to me like you regret ever having gotten in this situation with this person in the first place. That whatever type of happiness they brought you in the beginning, perhaps whatever kind of unions or soul connections or devotion, because this Three of Cups is a very happy card, that whatever you thought you saw in this person that you made a soul connection with, you now deeply regret it. That the memories that you had of this person, or the ideas, the idealization that you had of this person, are much better than what your person is actually bringing you. And I do really get the sense that you fear that you have made a mistake by being even involved with this person in the first place. So let's look at what keeps you two together. So we have the Devil, the Garden, you can't go back to yesterday, and the Five of Cups. There's a strong attachment here with the Devil card. I think that that may be why you're feeling like you can't let go of this person. But because it's a Devil energy, it's really, the cards are really imploring you that it may be time to let go of this person, that it may be time to do that deep soul work, dive deep, face your fears, figure out what attachment style you have, figure out if you're codependent with this person, whatever that is. But when we see the Devil is keeping you together, that explains why I kept saying there's a weirdness, there's a curse. And now I know why I said that, because it feels like this is meant to teach you how to release this, how to face your fears. If you have a fear of abandonment, or if you have a fear of being alone, this is a perfect opportunity for you to untie your karmic spaghetti and release this person. Because if the Five of Cups and you can't go back to yesterday are the things that are keeping you together, there's this feeling like you feel like things are going to change, that things are going to get better. But I don't really see them getting better. I see your person's intentions are the clouds, which is not good. So even though there's love in the situation and you feel like you're going to make it through this, that may be an opportunity, Gemini, for you to be honest with yourself. That are you just telling yourself that you're going to make it through this because you don't want to be alone, or because the Devil is here? We can't ignore that. And so I do feel like you could be slightly deluding yourself into thinking that this is someday going to get better. And then we have the Garden in the energy that exists between the two of you too. And I feel like there may be a community that keeps you together. So for example, if you have a lot of mutual friends, and or if you have children together, or if you work together, there's some environment too that keeps you together. Something you have in common with this person that also keeps driving you together. But the reality of the situation here, Gemini, is we see the Five of Cups twice. We see a moment's regret. You can't go back to yesterday. That whatever this person brought to you ever in the past, don't hold on to that past energy, because it's not coming back. And I hate delivering messages like this, but it does feel like it's time to let this go, because this person, until this person is ready, you never know. This person could be ready one day, but I think by then, Gemini, you're going to have already moved on. That when this person maybe comes back in a full way, you may have gone another way. So there you go, Gemini. That's a bit of a tough reading, but I think that this is also an opportunity for you to really look at how you're attached to this person, and to maybe, if you're denying that it's over, maybe this is a really good time for you to accept that this is over and to release this and face your fears and dig deep into your soul. And this is an opportunity to untie that karmic spaghetti. So there you go, Gemini. That is your love reading. Will you please let me know how this was resonant for you? Consider subscribing to the channel if you like my vibe, and we will do this again sometime. Thanks, everybody. Bye.